Ladies and gentlemen, come get droids! The Capital Games finally
not again.
fixed!
The game just crashed.
Yeah!
What the heck?
Fix your game!
Your game.
They did it! I can't believe it! CJ added something I thought
Your game.
that they would never, ever do!
Fix your
All
game.
right, calm down, people. We got an update coming here in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Currently, it's only you only can find it on the PC version of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, but this seems to be rolling out within the next 24 hours. Come tomorrow, some interesting stuff going on. As you can see right over here, this is going to solve a problem that confused people for the longest time. We're going to talk about the airplane mode hack, I suppose. Pro tip is another way of framing it, and some other weird stuff going on. It looks like the credit cap is going up. I don't know, people. A little scary, if you ask me. We're going to talk about all that, some UI changes too on top. You can already see some of it here. But the data mines pulled this up not too long ago, and we're finally seeing this in fruition now that the update's rolling out. As you can see here in these data mines, at the very bottom, there was something interesting where it said territory loss button forfeit, territory loss button submit, and that is pretty much exactly what we're seeing right here. What this is, people, you know, if you ever watch you play Grand Arena, for example, you might see when you're going to battle, you think is a little risky, some crazy stuff might happen, or crazy stuff is happening, it's looking bad. You often see me or many other players, they kind of throw the game in airplane mode, basically disconnecting it from the server. So if you lost, you can determine, do you want to submit that battle, or do you want to back out and just kind of start from scratch? You're not really starting from scratch. You're still going to lose points going in for the subsequent run, but this makes life a lot easier. If it was a bad run, but you did maybe something good, maybe took out a few characters, you could submit it. But if it was just completely bad, you don't want to leave the opposing team preloaded. And this is a huge thing for territory war guilds, because oftentimes guild members are going to drop battles accidentally, they're going to do whatever, and it makes it such a burden on territory war guilds to pick up massively dropped battles. So this right here is basically the fix to the airplane mode. Some people called it cheating. It was never cheating. It was always a thing inside of Grand Arena territories. Remember the challenge rank raid? We had to go inside of the airplane mode, and everyone would drop their score at the same exact time. It was just kind of workaround to sort of this ambiguous area of the game that really needed it, and they're finally doing it. So this is Territories. This is submitted by Yoder. The bad news is he got dunked on by Java, but the good news is he got to show this feature in action. My hope is that they're going to be throwing this in Grand Arena as well.
Fix their game.
Yeah, I know they fixed their game, but I don't know if they're going to throw this in Grand Arena. I'm hoping this is going to be for Grand Arena. If we're seeing it here, why wouldn't they do it in Grand Arena? So I thought that was kind of interesting. No more stupid airplane modes, so I would hope. Moving on, people, from this right here. This is completely unexpected. I was not seeing this coming. I want to pull up a few more data mine things here that we have going on and stuff that we're starting to see in game. We are seeing a lot of UI changes that are coming into game. Some of them look kind of hit or missy right now. Maybe the game's got a fully update. Maybe by tomorrow it'll look a little bit better. But one thing that was pulled up by the data miners is that for whatever reason, they're doubling essentially the credit. The credits is going to be much higher now. As we see here, currencies and gear inventories have been changed from INT 64 instead of INT 32. I don't know. Is that like 32, 64-bit? I have no idea. So max amount of credits is much higher now. And then our data miners 6, it seems likely that something is coming that will require lots of credit. People are already thinking about this when they added the Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon Assault Battle. If you remember the Master Qui-Gon Duel of the Fates Assault Battle with Padawan Obi-Wan, if you did the whole entire thing, you would get 21 million credits. That is the biggest credit disbursement we have in the game, period. It's a little bit odd because I wouldn't say the credit crunch is like that big of a deal in this game. When you first start off, yeah, but eventually credits are a non-issue. Like, yeah, if you wanted, you could burn credits really quickly doing lots and lots of modding work, but you'd have to do a lot of modding work to burn through millions and millions and millions of credits. And to the point where they have to basically make the credit cap much higher, doubling it or whatever it might be. This is kind of feeding into the speculation that Is there going to be a level 90? Is there going to be something new and exclusive that's going to require maybe more credits potentially? It's really hard to say right now. I'm not really sure if I fully give into it because I don't really see level 85 to level 90. I know there are level 90s and level 100 bosses in the game or whatever, but I don't really see that being a meaningful change in character progression, like making them that much better. But again, unless they make it really steep and maybe there is a crazy power curve going from level 85 to level 90. If you play games like, for example, Marvel Strike Force, the credit crunch is real in that game. They could maybe do something like that here. It's kind of hard to say right now, but I thought it's kind of odd that they're giving us a big boost of credits now in this event, and then they're also starting to double the credits. If you're in the theory, if you got the tinfoil hat on, I wouldn't say you're too crazy to believe that. I need to wait and see as we move forward here. A couple of things before we hop on over. We're going to look at some ship stuff in a moment here. I'm not too sure how far to look into this, but in our data mines as well, you will see that there's this crewless ship unit named crewless. I don't think you should look into that too much. I think that is just if you're like targeting a crewless ship, it's just going to say crewless now instead of the pilot. So again, I think there is going to be a new ship coming sometime the next, couple months here, but I don't think this is any indication that a crewless ship is coming. Who knows? Nonetheless, but speaking of ships, let's go hop on over in game and show you a few other changes that they got cooking underneath the hood here. So again, new UI changes coming here. Some of them, it's going to take time to get adjusted to it. Like, this icon, the Grand Arena icon, looks kind of ugly. We're overanalyzing it right now. But if you hop on over to ships, let's go over there real quick, hop into a fleet arena battle real quick. Yeah, you can see, again, button change. I'm assuming this is also going to be coming to mobile, so to make sure the UI language is consistent throughout all different platforms that they have. But when you hop into battle now, it looks like they changed the UI when you're actually targeting enemies. So I'm going to pull it up here. I saw a few screenshots, haven't looked at it yet. Doesn't look as good as before, potentially. Here we go. All right, yeah, turn off my engines. Yeah. Okay. All right, okay, come on. All right, yes, okay. All right, we're getting dunked in the mirror match right now. And there you go. You can see it right behind my ugly mug right here. You can see that instead of the usual box where it shows the pilot, I kind of missed that. They just kind of have just these straight up just profile icons on there. I mean, I guess it looks cleaner, but it was kind of cool. Star Fox. Where you have like the pilots kind of talking, their little chat box. We had that for the longest time. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not too sure if I'm like super keen on the new look that they're going for here. I mean, I can't get around the Sith Bomber, so I can't show you the other guys here. But here, let's go ahead and let's go ahead. Let's get Malgus to turn real quick. Yeah, so no more little chat box or the little profile box where you can see the character kind of in there, chatting away. You see the explosions going out inside. So I don't know. It might be one of those things that's going to take a little bit longer to get used to potentially. Again, more UI changes going on here. So they've been doing a lot of UI changes with the character profile icons, which I think for the grand majority of them, they look good, minus the fact that sometimes on mobile, it looks like it's like the file size, it's 2 bytes. It's Italian, so they look kind of blurry. Sometimes the shadows are a little wonky, but nonetheless, I've been liking most of them. Some of them are going to probably take a little bit more time to get used to, but again, one more time before we get rolling out here. I don't want to go into territory wars and show you guys. My guild will be mad if I purposely lost the battle. But I think this is kind of a nice step in the right direction. Because again, especially newer players that are coming to the game, they're not accustomed to the years and years and years of how important airplay mode has been for territory wars, as well as for the raids, as well as for Grand Arena. And I'm hoping this is going to find its way into Grand Arena as well. If it's in territory wars, why can't we just make it available in Grand Arena at that point? So there we go, people. We have updates coming, maybe some more stuff around the corner. Don't forget, we got ourselves Morgan Elsbeth coming right around the corner. Actually, I got a bonus thing. Speaking of Morgan Elsbeth, check this out here. So apparently, the actress who plays Morgan Elsbeth tweeted out at me. She saw our video that we posted yesterday. So this was very unexpected here. So here, let me bring you guys over. I thought this was kind of cool here. As you can see right here, Diana Lee Inosanto sent me a tweet. I had to do a double take. I'm like, I've never seen any Star Wars folks out there that actually are into movies and films and TV shows ever tweet at me. Here you go. She said, Arnold T1, you're on my radar. This is crackers. Love the way you say my character's name, Morgan Elsbeth. Some pretty cool stuff. So really excited to see Morgan Elsbeth later on this week. It was a pleasant surprise. I had to kind of do a double take and like, is this just some person pretending to be Deanna here? But nonetheless, really cool stuff. Looking forward to our testing later on this week. Tomorrow, assuming no other crazy updates, we will be having our updated 3v3 offensive and defensive team guide. So stay tuned. But until then, always remember how it's great to be in the Empire today.